الله يبارك فيك.
Ahmed, follow.
Is there a difference between tashbih and tamthil?
Question says, is there a difference between tashbih and tamthil? Yes and no. Or no and yes. Linguistically, some ulama say they're synonymous. Tashbih and tamthil is the same. Another ulama, they say linguistically and legislatively there is a difference between the two. Shaykh al-Islam ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah ta'ala is quoted to him said that was mentioned in the Quran, laysa kamithlihi shay. So Allah Azza wa Jalla nafat tamthil. He negated tamthil. That's the Quranic wording. And as Shaykh al-Islam ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah ta'ala said in other places, al-alfaz al-shar'iyya laha hurma. The words, the actual words that are mentioned in Quran and Sunnah are sacred. And those are the words that we should use. And we should avoid using terms that have not been mentioned in the Quran and the Sunnah. It's not haram to use them, but we should stick to what we have. And if a word or a term that's not been mentioned in the Kitab and Sunnah is used, then we look at what you mean by the word. What's your intention? Such as those who say that Allah Azza wa Jal la yataharrak. So Allah doesn't move. What do you mean by this word, yataharrak, move? Allah has no jism. Literal translation, Allah has no body. What do you mean by that? Do you mean that Allah Azza wa Jal is not like a human being that has parts that are in need of each other to move? My finger can't move until my hand, until my wrist, until my forearm and my elbow. Everyone understand this? Is that what you mean? You say Allah has no jism. Or do you mean that Allah Azza wa Jal has no attributes, that He has described Himself therewith? We say no, that's incorrect. Rather, we affirm the opposite. But none of those words are mentioned in Kitab al-Sunnah. Tahayyuz, jiha, makan, jism. Those are al-fal sharia. And they're problematic. So therefore, the word that's mentioned in the Quran is tabdil. They said kamithlihi shay. Linguistically, the word shabih, yushbihu, ashbah, etc. is similar. But Shaykh Samtini says that there isn't anything which exists. And another thing that exists, إِلَّا وَبَيْنَهُمَا نَوْعُ مُشَابَهَةٍ. نَوْعُ مُشَابَهَةٍ. There's some type, listen carefully, not absolute, but some type of general basic resemblance between two things that are in existence, such as the word existence. Allah Azza wa Jalla is al-Hayy al-Qayyum. Allah is mawjood, Allah exists, He's living. And you as a human being are what? يُخْرِجُ الْحَيَّ مِنَ الْمَيِّتِ. Allah takes the living from the dead. And you're mawjood. So the concept of wujud, there's some type of what? Mushabaha, between the general basic stripped down words. And the qaida of Islam, and the aqeedah of Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah, the Orthodox aqeedah, is that once these words and terms, these names, are attributed to Allah, then there's no more resemblance, there's no more general basic parallel in any matter whatsoever. بعد الإضافة والتخصيص. So there is a difference, and at the same time they're synonymous. Depending on how you look at it, depending on the alim. This is brief. هذا اختصار شديد. This is extremely brief. With an issue of such importance, an entire lecture is needed just on that one principle. That on the aqeedah of Ahlul Hadith regarding Allah Azza wa Jalla and His names and His attributes. And the deviant aqaid, the belief systems that are widespread in the Muslim world today, pertaining to Allah Azza wa Jalla and His names and His attributes, rather among the non-Muslims as well. These things are branches of the Jews and the Christians who have incorrect beliefs about Allah, about God. Allah knows best.
Initials OA from Riyadh, King of Saudi Arabia. Assalamu alaikum Mufti. What is the ruling of wearing a specific color, for example a pink hijab, in an area where it's from the customs of the women folk to only wear black?
Question says, what's the rule on a specific color, such as a pink hijab, in a place in which most women only wear black? It's coming from Riyadh, coming from the capital of KSA. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Barakallahu feek. Brother or sister, disciple or disciple. We have done several lectures and workshops on the hijab, the rulings of the hijab. and what a Muslim woman can and cannot wear. So therefore, we've concluded there is no one color which is obligatory for a Muslim woman to wear, and there is no one color that is haram for a Muslim woman to wear, absolutely. But it depends on the fabric, the style, and most importantly, the shade. The shade. Everyone understand this? Some brothers, they say that men can't wear red. Red resembles women. Those are hadiths are not only weak, but that's incorrect. The authentic hadiths with the Prophet were red. Hassan and Hussein jumped on the Prophet's back and they were wearing red. And he didn't say you can't wear red. Let alone the fact that there is no one color that is always absolutely male or feminine. Rather, it's always, the color is always attributed to a style, a clothing, a cloth, a thickness, a sheerness, translucentness. And we made an example of this in Elizabeth, New Jersey. Black, you consider that a manly color or a womanly color? A girly color or a manly color? Neutral. But one is not, one definitely is going to say it's only a girl color, like pink, for example. We asked the question, and this is a real question we asked older brothers. What is one of the most common colors for women's lingerie? Is what? Pink. Black. Okay. Much more popular than pink. No, classic color, black. And a husband who sees his wife wearing his lingerie, under any circumstances, he think or feel that she's looking like a man. That's because it isn't based off of the what? Color. Just the sheer color. The color, the tailoring, the style, silk, lace, tight, this, that, sheer. No one just wears a color. Your clothes are based off of how it's tailored. Everyone understand this depth there? And the same applies to pink. A man could wear pink in a certain way, a certain tone, a certain article of clothing, and no one thinks this person is a homosexual or gay or sweet. Everyone understand this? Depending on what shade of pink, and what type, and what fabric, and what article of clothing. A pink tie is not like having a pink suit. A pink suit is not like having a tight suit, a tight shirt. There's differences. Fuchsia is not like hot pink, Barbie pink. There's levels. Why could that? And the same applies to what? Red. There's certain things that a man can wear. It's known that it's a manly shirt, a manly hoodie, a manly pair of shoes, and they're red. And there are other things that could be black or blue or white that are clearly made for women. So it's never ever based off of a color, unless there's an authentic hadith prohibiting the color. Like we have hadiths regarding dyeing one's hair black. Have a nas, la majal in the right, have a nas, mansus alayh. Don't dye your hair black. There's no interpretation with regards to that. But if we don't have the authentic hadith, then it's open. Everyone understand this? This is a very crucial, important point of hijab, and of what you can and cannot wear for men and for women. So therefore, there is no one color that a woman has to wear. A woman does not have to wear black. She doesn't have to wear blue. She doesn't. Whatever color it is, as long as it falls under the general conditions of the proper hijab. So therefore, a woman can wear pink, or she can wear black, depending on what type of pink, depending on what type of khimar, depending on how it's used, depending on who she's in front of. There's detail with regards to this issue. Everyone clear this or not? So therefore, that's the first part of the answer. The second part of the answer is, can you wear it in a country like Saudi Arabia or Yemen or Egypt, which most people wear black, so on and so forth? Many of them now, they have a qaida. And this qaida is that a person should not be strange and peculiar. A person should not be a sore thumb. A person should not stand out from the general populace in the place in which he or she lives. Many ulama, they establish this general qaida. And oftentimes, not all of the time, but oftentimes this qaida is based off of the famous hadith of Abdullah bin Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhuma, collected in the Sunnah of Imam Abu Dawood, the famous narration that says, "Man labisa thawba shuhratin fi dunya, albasahu Allahu thawba madhilatin yawm al-qiyamah." Aw kama jaa. Is that he who wears clothing of fame in this life, Allah will make on him clothing of disgrace in hereafter. This hadith, in my humble studies, my research is not authentic. And I don't believe that the Prophet said these words. I do not believe the Prophet said this. In this hadith, in my humble opinion, not only is its isnad clearly problematic, but the matan, fihi ishkal kabir jiddan. Because this hadith is used and understood that you have to dress like everyone else. You can't have nothing that's out of the ordinary. You can't have nothing that's different or above anyone else. Everyone has to have similar basic things. And there are authentic hadiths in Bukhari and Muslim, which the Prophet was asked about shoes. The Prophet was asked about clothing. The Prophet was asked about eating and drinking and this and that. Eat and drink. Min ghayri, the hadith says, as long as no makhila, no pride and arrogance. Allah does not love conceit and pride and arrogance. Spend Allah like people makhila. So the generality of wearing what you want to wear, eating what you want to drink, driving whatever car you want to drive, those ahadith, in my humble opinion, are far more, they're stronger, and they're more directly to the point than that one isolated hadith of Ibn Umar in the Sunnah, which is the basis of this qaida oftentimes, that you can't wear a thobe shubha. You can't have a high thobe if everyone else's thobe is low. You can't wear this different color if everyone else is wearing the same color because you stick out. I don't believe that to be authentic. The general proofs and evidences from Quran and Sunnah for a Muslim not to unnecessarily stick out. Perhaps. But it's haram to wear a different color khimar because everyone else is wearing black. I mean, let alone the fact that there's worldwide globalization nowadays. Things aren't how they are back in the day. This country, these are the Hanafis are. These were the Shafi'is were. These were the Hanbalis. These were the Malikis were. Nowadays, everyone is what? It's mixed. Even though you have the majority of the people in North Africa on the Maliki madhab. But how many foreigners that aren't from North Africa travel to what? North Africa. Now you have to pray like the Malikis. You have to say this. You have to do this. You can't say this. You can't make a second testimony on the Salah because the Malikis don't do it. Who says this? So there has to be a detail. Sticking out unnecessarily is one thing. But if you have a specific taste, I like to have a pocket watch. You ever seen someone with a pocket watch? When was the last time you see somebody with a pocket watch? On a daily basis. And when was the last time? You ever seen someone with a pocket watch? That on a pocket watch is over 100 years old. This watch is over 100 years old. Alhamdulillah, over 100 years old. So someone will say this is Sa'at Shubha. You're showing off. You're the only one with it. So that means that it's haram for me to have a what? And I have to have a wristwatch like everybody else. That is extremely problematic. Who makes the adornment of Allah haram? So I don't think that that's haram. Is it disliked? I wouldn't say that. If you have the ability to live in a place and this is how people dress and you have your own tweaked style, fine. If you don't wear a different color khimar and it's not against the sunnah, it's not haram, it's permissible, then wear whatever color you want to wear. But be willing to be looked at in a certain way, or someone to consider you a certain way. The last thing I want to say is, in Saudi and in Medina, when we were there were many brothers who were saying that you shouldn't have a high thobe. You shouldn't practice the sunnah of tailoring your thobe to the middle of your shin. Because the Saudi custom is to have a low thobe. Whether it's just above the ankle ball, or even beneath the ankle. For those ulama who hold the view that it's valid, it's not haram unless it's done out of pride, which most of the ulama. They hold the view that it's permissible to have a low thobe as long as it's not done out of pride. This is the view of most of the fuqaha. I don't consider that to be the correct view. But that's those ulama, that's their view. And oftentimes, the first time we went to Medina in 2002, I was 18 years old. We went over this sheikh's house, and you see, whoa. Like, I thought in America, Philadelphia, anyone who's a Salafi has a high thobe. Why is Sheikh Fulan's thobe on the ground? It's shocking. Then you read and you study and you realize that it's not so simple as how these people make it seem. So the point is, brothers were saying that you shouldn't have a high thobe, and your thobe should be low. If you want to have it above the ankle, then that's it. Your shin shouldn't be out. Your socks can't be out. I didn't agree with this. And that's because the students of the Islamic University of Medina come from all over the world. Over 150 different nationalities from all corners of the world. And it's well known how students in the Islamic University of Medina dress. A cab driver sees you, he says, "Min tulab al-jamia." He says, "You're a student in the university." The first thing they know is that you're in the university. How you walk, how you talk, what you're wearing, what type of Arabic you speak. You can't speak the slang. They already know that you're in the university, let alone if you don't look Saudi, quote unquote. Everyone understand this? So the Islamic University, the students there, they have their own identity. And there's diversity among them. Some wear pants, some wear izars, some wear white clothes, this color clothes, etc. But it's well known that anyone who's a real student in Medina, who's trying to learn and practice, he has a short thobe. And it's not looked down upon. It is not looked down upon. It's not showing off. It's not showing up. So that is an example of a mini culture inside of a what? Bigger culture. A mini culture inside of a what? Bigger culture. So with that being said, you may live in Saudi, you may work in Saudi, but you're not Saudi. You're not from this place. You're only there teaching English, you're studying. So you have your what? Your mini culture inside of what? Their mini culture. As long as you don't infringe upon the major cultural practices, going up speaking to a woman, giving salams to a woman, which is not necessarily haram, but they don't do that in Saudi. She can talk to the perfume seller, the jeweler, this person, the cab driver, but you can't give her salams if she walks down the street. Everyone understand this? But what you do, when you're natural, how you dress, that's not something that's dominated by the country in which you're in. So this is what I feel on the issue. And Allah knows best. Once again, this is my personal opinion. No one is required to take it. If you believe otherwise, study it. This is what I humbly feel on the issue. Allah knows best. I believe we've run out of time. Hopefully tomorrow we're going to have more time for more questions. And with Allah is all success.